Hey, you're watching the Onyx White show, and today I got some sad news, disheartening news. A lot of y'all remember the incident that happened with me a couple weeks ago where I was racially profiled, followed, harassed by a state trooper, a Massachusetts state trooper, for being black. They gave me $1,000 bail. No one has ever gotten $1,000 bail for simple speeding. She didn't mention the speed on the citation, on the original citation. She didn't put the time in the police report. So much different things, right? And it caused, I do have some cases open because of a crime that happened way back, which I served time for, but I was on probation for. So it caused a parole hearing violation. And the case happened when I was a juvenile, so I have a juvenile probation hearing coming up in this month, right? Then I have a Suffolk Superior. That means the head superior violation come this month, all because a woman, a state trooper, a cop, someone that pledged to tell the truth, lied on me, and it's on camera, and it's on a body camera, right? And I did show the people what I have on my footage. Right? And then some people, like right now, they're like, oh, well, he has a record. That's why she pulled him over. Okay, but why? So I was arrested because I have a record? It's not about if you have a record. It's about, did you do the crime? And I didn't. I'm innocent, right? So, but I'm facing a lot of things. I'm facing being in the maximum prison because if you catch a case, how the law is constructed, it automatically, whether you're guilty or not guilty, you possibly can be in the maximum prison in my situation, right? So, mind you, I'm not someone that's like they know my resume. Like, since I came home, me being established, me getting a documentary, me being a part of the script writing team, working on different pieces with them and different media pieces and the things that I've done since I've been out working with, mentally impaired, and they know my resume. So I'm not someone that's out here doing, like things that they looking for. So why is it with me? Since I've been out, I noticed I've been getting pulled over. I've been like harassed so much by police officers, and yet again, this state trooper. But I want to get to the point of why I'm even doing this right here on my show, on the Onyx White show. Because you see this, I can't show you because I got my okay, hide that personal information. So this right here, right? This right here, my driving license is suspended. They suspended my license. So not only do I have an open case that I'm out on $1,000 bail for simply speeding, right? They just terminated the license. And guess what? It says conviction date. I'm gonna put this on the screen for you guys so you can be able to read it yourself. It says conviction date. The case just happened. I haven't been convicted of the case. So how did they suspend my license and they said conviction date? The case just happened. So this is what's happening to black people like me. I'm just telling my story. That's it. So people, why are you talking about online? I'm going to tell my story because I know how it is. When they get you when no one's watching. So if they're going to try to get me and convict me for something like this, I'm going to let everyone know. Because this woman pledged the oath to tell the truth, and now my license is suspended. It's a conviction date. So do you hear all the things that happened for this woman just pulling me over because I was black? There was no drugs. She just wanted a reason to search the car. And now I gotta go through all this, go through trial. And the thing about setbacks is it's like this. Me being out, it was brief, but I've had a few years out here now. 3 coming up, but I've worked on a lot of stuff, things that I built up, right? And that takes time. So you're trying to put me in jail and prison because you're racist and take away everything that I've worked hard to build, And this is so much. So my story it's not like unique. This story right here, it just amplifies what happens to black men all across America all the time. Black men that's going about their business, entrepreneurs, trying to, get hired. No matter what their past was, no matter what they did previous, they're worried about the now, the here, and they're targeted by the system. This one racist cop, look at how much things was triggered off of this. $1,000 bail for speeding, right? And then when you watch the videos that I show on this about the incident, the driving while black in Massachusetts, when you watch those videos, look at the cars behind them, how fast those cars are going. Because those cars, she said she pulled over me for speeding or whatever, those cars are going 100 miles an hour behind, even in the video, right? But what's different here? So you pulled me over, you jumped in my car, you ripped me out the car, my brother was scared, you had your hand on the gun. This is all for speeding. Her buddy had the hand on his gun, right? They're not telling me what I'm locked up for. And now I have a parole hearing violation, juvenile probation violation, and an adult probation violation. For people, because I've seen some of the comments, I really don't get into it, but for some people that, oh, well, the record, I don't care. If those cases are done, we're talking about this case. We're not talking about violating somebody's rights moving forward, because you can't be on both sides. Like, oh yeah, well, I'm for the law, so I want someone that to go to jail if they break the law, but yet when it applies to certain people that was convicted or had a previous history, a criminal offense, let's not apply those same laws back. Like, you get what I'm saying? The law is the law. So if we're talking about the law, go by the law. She lied. It's on body camera. I could have, or still can, be going to prison because of how I talked to her. A part of the violations, right? And I spoke about this in my documentary. If anyone watched, I'm suggesting go watch my documentary if you haven't. All right? Don't judge me. Onyx White, I did it with GBH News. I said in there, you don't have to go back to prison for a crime. I said something along those lines. You don't have to go back to prison for a crime. In my situation, it's a setup. All this probation, this excessive probation, excessive parole that people are on, and then you want them to do good, and then you're trying to like trip them up. See, the difference between me is I have a lot. I want to think everybody. I got a community that cares. I got good people in my life that cares what happens to me. So I have a voice. My voice may be bigger than some people's, right? But there's a lot of black men, and I'm not even just gonna say black men. A lot of people that is on the other side of being, I guess they violated the law, a criminal, and then they're on probation. They can be white, they can be whatever. But especially it just happens to my color a little bit more. I just gotta call it for what it is. But now that's a reason to always violate their rights. So you kind of become a slave in your own country. Think about that. I was on a business meeting. Do y'all want to know what I was doing? I don't even want to get into the details. The ones that know. But I was heading to New York. I was on a business trip to meet and make some major moves. This racist cop took it upon herself to see a black man in a modern day car and said, it doesn't fit right in this community. We're going to get him. She stopped me, pulled over, yelling. Isn't an officer supposed to de-escalate the situation? Isn't it? Like, I'm just saying, like, I'm not going to be quiet. If I got to go to jail, then everyone's going to know about it. It is what it is. I tried my best. That's the only thing you can do is try. But going to jail for speeding, because she lied and said it was reckless driving, that's what it was. So how this became a criminal offense, she said reckless driving. Who knows the elements of reckless driving? I'm not going to talk about opinions. Let's talk about the law. No opinions here. Let's look at this objectively, okay? What's reckless driving? Reckless driving isn't just speeding. So if an officer feels you're speeding, yes, an officer has the right to stop the vehicle, talk to the subject, basically on why were they speeding, or, you know, and that's even arguable, but to that degree. In my situation, that didn't happen. All right? But reckless driving, according to law, is more than just speeding. You can't just say someone's speeding and that equals a reckless driving charge. You know what speeding is? A speeding ticket. So my license is terminated or whatever, and I just feel like this is the different way they try to attack a black man. This is one of the many ways of Massachusetts, and ever since I've been out, and I've been quiet about this, like, I've really been quiet about this, but I've been harassed, like, getting pulled over, stopped for nothing, but, you know, I've been pulled out the car with my little brother in the wintertime. You know, they searching, trying to find something. And it's harassment. Because now we feeling like slaves in our own country. And then it's like, okay, the laws are so set up against us that it's like, even when you're trying to stay on your path and keep doing what you're doing, They trying to set you back, and that's what it feels like. Massachusetts just one. I don't know if it was. I don't know why. I don't want to speculate. I'm not gonna speculate. I'm just gonna say that it's messed up, and Massachusetts needs to raise its standards on their black motorists, and just in general the systemic racism. And I'm not saying, like, the thing about Boston, this is a different Boston and this type of and Massachusetts in general, but this happened in Sturbridge. All right, Boston has this set of racism, but when you talk about going deeper into the Massachusetts communities where they don't see black people at all, and I gotta call it for what it is, they don't see black people at all, or their interactions is very seldom, or they don't have no, they automatically have that stigma of a black person. So before she even knew I had a record, mind you, because I was driving in a rental, so before she even knew I had a record or criminal history, all she seen was my skin. Right? Because the rental is not going to go back to me. The rental's not, a rental car is going to go back to Hertz or Enterprise or wherever it was out of. You know? And so she didn't see a record. So some people, yeah, well, they're going to follow you. You have a record. So they can, for those guys in the comments that saying, well, yeah, something versus Mims, they have a right to take you out the car if you have a record. She didn't know I had a record. Why'd she stop me? If it's just about speeding, then why, and you didn't know I had a record, then what stopped you? Why was you following me? Usually when we see officers stop somebody for speeding, right, they hit the lights on and they get them right there. Why was she following me? How long was she following me? For a while. I seen her in my rear view. I don't want to get too much into the case. The case is open and all that, and I don't want any of my words misconstrued. I'm just very hurtful about how, like, growing up, being from Boston, and just seeing how the Massachusetts state troopers, they got some racist tendencies, to say the least. I'm not trying to come at cops. I'm not trying to make this a cop thing. Or no, I'm just saying what I see. This is what has happened to me. I'm just telling you my story. If you care to hear it. You don't gotta care to hear it. I'm just letting everyone be aware of it so that they can make a decision and act. Don't believe me. Look at the stats about the different things in Massachusetts with black residents. You look at the stats. Don't even, so take everything I said and you look at the stats and you make your own judgment. All right? Preponderance of the evidence is proving what I'm saying. But that's my situation. They suspended my license. And it's very disheartening because I'm thinking about how do I gotta get around. Like, you know, I'm an independent person. I pay for my own dwelling, which I dwell in. I pay for my own, you know, vehicle. I do a lot of stuff that, you know, requires me to pay it off, and like bills keep coming, you know what I'm saying? Like rent, different things that I have, and responsibilities in my lifestyle that I manage. So I feel like this was just another attack on me. I gave him $1,000 cash bail, a parole hearing violation that could land me in maximum prison, Shirley Max, juvenile probation violation, juvenile. Like, what are they gonna send me? I'm a grown man. They're gonna send a grown man to juvenile detention? That's another thing. I'm on juvenile probation. I'm 31. So what? So you're telling me someone that's done time for a crime way back can possibly be with little kids? This goes to show you how overly sentenced we are. Why am I on juvenile probation? I'm 31. Then it triggered a superior court violation, right? And now they suspended my license, so it's kind of like the walls are closing in, and they want me to break. And this is what I've been experiencing, like, you know. So one thing I will ask for y'all prayers for the ones that believe in that and the ones that's really sincere. I would ask for your prayers in these times, because I really do feel like I'm being attacked internally by the place that I grew up in. I didn't grow up in Sturbridge. I'm from Boston, but at the same time, it's still a connecting city. We're a community. I'm trying to. It's hard to not like be enraged about it being me. So that's why I'm trying to figure out how do I cope with this. You know, there's a lot of people going through a lot of stuff, way more than me, but I got so much stuff that I'm in the middle of, and so much things that can be taken away from me because a lie that's on camera. So I'm gonna keep y'all posted. And yeah, this is a real story. Just for something that's speeding, all this led to this. And this is what happens when you're black, a black resident in Massachusetts, and especially a black resident with a criminal record. And it's not about a crime. There's no crime. There's nothing. I would just stop because I was black, follow because I was black, taking out my car because I was black, giving $1,000 bail because I was black. All that, yes. And I'm not trying to be, and I'm not one of those, oh, because I'm black. That literally, if I was white, right? And do you think I would have got $1,000 cash bail for driving? When it was really, according to her, she believed it was speeding. It's a speeding ticket. Reckless driving, look at the elements. Reckless driving means you're driving in such a manner you're trying to kill people and kill yourself. Like, come on. So, for everyone, I'm just venting. So, everybody, thank you very, very much for support. Go to my GoFundMe. I've been having my GoFundMe up. And that helps just with just the legal defense, anything I need with that, and just my creative process, the stuff I'm out here doing, my script writing, my other things I just got in my mind I'm trying to make come to life, and me being derailed and can't even make my own money. Like, I can do what I can do, but it definitely derailed me. So it's Stand with Onyx, Legal Defense and Creativity. That's my GoFundMe. Or if you want to go to my shop, theonyxwhite.com. I need to reboot it. Please work with me, but it's up right now. Theonyxwhite.com. TheOnyxWhite.com. And anything will help. Spread the word about this, please. I got hearings coming up. I got court dates coming up. Can't even drive. I can't drive. It says conviction date. I'm gonna show all of you guys, and I'm probably gonna make another video just about this. It says conviction date. The case is open. Why did they suspend why is my license terminated when it's, and there is no conviction. A conviction means you was convicted, which means you went to a trial with a jury or you went to a trial with a judge. There was no trial. There was no outcome. Or a conviction could mean a plea deal. There was no plea deal. There is none. But it was, my license is terminated. I'm sorry to keep going on. I'm distraught. I'm about to just end this. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being with me. Please pray for me. Keep me in your prayers. Share this. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in.
Help me fight injustice and keep creating art. I'm Onyx, an artist fighting injustice and sharing my story. I experienced racial profiling and an unjust arrest over a minor ticket. This injustice threatens my voice and artistic journey, leaving me vulnerable. You can help me fight injustice and keep creating art. Your support will make a real difference in my journey. Stand with me, donate today.